faster. Six on the beat, it's a speaker blaster. Bars are hot, and bars are ready. A middle seasons with the extra chatty. Extra style, extra flow. Laugh to the bank, hit the gritty. Go and tell your mom that she really, really pretty. Yo, I called up your grandma. Said this the new age nostalgia. She said that last night she called ya. Said JVB.
We are just south of Pioneer Square here in the great northwest city of Seattle at newly named Lumen Field, home of the 12s. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from April's draft. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Seahawks who were victorious in that one. So they now look for the sweep here back home in Seattle. From the 35, here's the second down and 6.
Ready.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. The Seahawks at 7-1 now on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked when their open week fell.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You talk about this Rams defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds for the first down.
Hey, check that. Get it. 19. Ready.
On first and 10, it's Brooks. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
2nd and 10.
Go check. Let's go.
Now a give to Brooks running right. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
19. Ready? 70, 65, 65, ready?
They'll look to throw here. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! Ready, ready?
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 32 on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the field.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 15. At the 47-yard line.
Back to 60. Ready? Liking 18.
Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. That's pulled in by Brooks. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready?
the football, put it on the carpet. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. Back to throw. Fleming. Pass complete there to Nacua. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And now it's 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9. And now an audible here into something else. From the gun on 3rd down. Fleming. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Well, it's 3rd down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
A good run there on right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Looking to throw. Fleming. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. 2-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up, but once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, and make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Operating from the gun, Fleming. That's going to be caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here we go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
2nd and 4. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3rd catch in this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Now they go screen. It's complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. See, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Again, he'll drop the throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. So So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Intercepted. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That'll put him in an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Back to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Brooks. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up with it and made a nice, short tackle.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now they'll shift things around. They'll look to throw again. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Rams nothing. Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. Down the left sideline. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Fleming. He's going to take another shot here. And got his man. Complete. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now a handoff the middle. Farrell. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Cowboy 80. Fix the Eagles. Fix the Eagles.
The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. On a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And the one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage. But an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in the game.
And he stopped immediately there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Ball situated at the 9. Second and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, you're going to have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one, but I don't think they're built like that.
From the 5, third and goal. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The final shot before break. Fleming on the RPO, he'll keep it himself. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Fleming. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to air one out. Oh, and that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60. Here we go, trap.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. With his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. As these guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out. This situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Farrell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. Farrell. But he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here comes the Rams punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Oh, that's a nice job of clearing space in the middle of the field for your tight end. He's going to start behind the line and run an angle route, hoping to kind of get lost in the middle of the field. And this is put right on him, and he's able to pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Up the middle with Brooks here.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Go check. Let's go. Go.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks.
It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Here we go.
They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 10 yards out.
And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. Now what they got, though, they got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll keep it on the ground. Farrell. And down he'll go at the 25.
40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now we hand off up the middle. Farrell. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
3rd down and 10.
Ready? Liking,
Up the middle they go. Farrell. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That 4th down decision, unconventional but effective, and they indeed come up now with a 1st and 10, a fresh set of downs. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now 2nd and 9. Now a handoff up the middle. Farrell. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
The defense has been on the field a long time now, and after a run like that, they've got to feel like they're almost on roller skates and getting pushed backwards on just about every snap.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Let's go now.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Farrell. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Farrell. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Cowboy 80.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn. Over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Shreds the tackle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, shot. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Oof. And tough sledding. They'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He was brought down by Jared Burris. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Here we go. 19 target, 79 Broncos. Ready.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Stephanie! Bronco 80.
And they take a knee.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Knees. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
And they will take a knee here.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.